everyone, it's Stacy again with C3. I'm here with you now to show you how the ovals work with the Justrite stamper system. So what we're going to do is go down to the table, and you're going to get to watch my hands again, and we're going to do the ovals. So basically what this system is, it gives you two different sizes. You have the small oval and the large, and there's centers and there's outside borders for each of those. And that's your center and border for the small. And everything connects the same way. You just line your grooves and snap the stamp onto the base of the block, and the outside ring works the same. And the same for the small, just snap your center part and then your decorative ring. Now with these stamps, you can also do the same thing with the ovals as you can do with that I showed you earlier. With the circles, you can actually use your monograms in the center. So you can do a large and a medium, or you could do like 4 mediums across and spell a word if you want to do that. And sometimes if the grooves are tight and you're having a little bit of a hard time getting your letters into the block, you're just going to want to push those grooves apart just enough to get your letters in there. And sometimes it takes a couple of tries, so don't get frustrated with it, because you want these to be a little tight because you don't want your letters to fall out when you're stamping it. So have a little patience and pop those letters into the block, and it gets easier every time. So you can do that. You can also, there's a couple other things, and I forgot to mention this on the circles, but we have these half circles, and these are actually a little flexible, so you can use these on several of the different blocks. You can actually use a half circle on the small block. You cannot use it on the large block because it's a little bit too large and you stretch it just a bit too much. But you can actually use this on some of the circle blocks as well. I know you can use it on the 2-inch circle and the 2 3/8" circle. So that's several different options for you with that half circle set, and those are located in the 2-inch section on our website. And the ovals, you can, around the outside edging, unfortunately for the large oval, there are no alphabets to accommodate the outside of this block just yet, so you're not going to be able to do any special message around the outside. You're only going to be able to use your borders, but you can write special messages on the inside of this block by using your 6-point alphabets or any of your alphabets in the box set, and I'll explain those when we get to our horizontal blocks. But you can, however, use the 6-point alphabets around the outside of the small oval. So if you want to actually add some centers and do some custom messages around the outside of the small oval, you can do that. It's a really neat thing to do. And one thing I wanted to mention too, we actually have a stamp set it's actually called Calendar Set, and it's located in the small oval section. A lot of people look at this set and they just see the calendar, the dates, like the months. The months are in there, but what's really important to this set is there are decorative borders in the set. So there's a different decorative border for each month. So if you're looking for decorative borders for this size block, then you should go with the calendar set. You know, you may use the months here and there, but the main thing is that you get your pretty borders. So that's really nice to know, and that's nice to have. So the main thing to know about these two blocks, there's still a lot of interchangeability with those, just as they are the circles. You can actually use some of the circle centers, like the 1 5/8 and the 2-inch circle centers will fit on this block. The 2 5/8" centers will also fit on the large block. So as you can see, a lot of the center components are interchangeable. The only thing, as I mentioned before, that is not interchangeable are the outside borders. That's it. Everything else is pretty much interchangeable. You can also use your 2-inch, well, your 1 5/8" centers on the oval, and you may have to trim to fit a little, and I just mean trim the excess rubber off of the outside there, just as I did the little cupcakes for the circle. But there's only 2 of the ovals, so it's not too confusing. I guess the main thing to know is that interchangeability with these, or you can use a lot of the small centers. You cannot use any alphabets around the outside of the large, but you can use the 15-point and the 6-point alphabets around the outside edge of the small, and all the alphabets will fit on the inside. So you can use those on the inside of any of these. And I'm just using the large in the video, but you can actually use the small and the medium from the alphabet sets and do some customizing. So that's a lot of information on the oval stamps, and then we're going to move on to our square. Thank you.